Okay, everyone, I'm thinking that the live video has started, but I can't tell because of this little blue circle. All right, everyone, we are live. Ayla here. The other counterpart, Lucy, is still being located at the moment. We've been trying to go live for a little while here, but we've had lots of things come up, as is the case per usual. Wanted to share what we're making for dinner with you. It is a sweet potato curry risotto, and it's going to be delicious. Let me tell you what we've done up until this point. There's my cooking partner. As you can tell, Lucy has been incredibly helpful. I don't know if you can see. Let's show you here the amount of peas that we have arranged all over the counter. You know, this is all a part of the process and involves a lot of time and energy and effort on Lucy's behalf. Okay, so a little sweet potato curry risotto. I've been into risottos lately. Oh, we're gonna eat these peas now too. And let me share with you what we've done up until this point to get things prepped. In this pot right here, we have 2 cups of vegetable broth and 1 can of coconut milk simmering. I brought it to a boil and then turned it down to a simmer. And we sliced and diced up. Well, I had already bought the sweet potato. What do you want? You want this open so you can see it? Oh, nice and steamy. Ooh. We had bought pre-diced sweet potato, so we just added that in. We also put broccoli, cauliflower, green peas, and we sliced up some tempeh to go in as well. So we have literally a bowl full of goodies that are going to go in. And then we have our rice ready to go. And then we're going to get going with some spices first. So I've got my pan out. I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil to the bottom of the pan, probably like a tablespoon or 2 worth of avocado oil. And then I'm going to turn on the burner and I'm going to put it on high heat to begin with. And then Lucy, before we bite a hole through the rice, it has been especially exciting tonight. I don't know what it is, but we've gotten into, like, we had a knife out earlier and we proceeded to slice a hole through the rice bag and rice spilled everywhere. It's been an eventful beginning to this cooking adventure. I've got my pan, my avocado oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons worth, now heating on high. Good job with those peas, girl. And now I'm going to take almost a tablespoon of garlic and add that into the mix. So that'll start to simmer and we'll saute that. I'm also going to add in cumin seeds, curry, and turmeric and get all those mixing. Okay, baby, let me move it closer so you don't have to reach over everything. There you go, my love. Okay, bless you. Sneezed right into the mixture of vegetables. That's how we like to do it around here. How has your Monday been, everyone? Have you had an all right Monday? I felt like it was Monday, end of the day. Wanted to come on and just put out some good vibes over Facebook Live as we're making dinner. So I'm doing almost a teaspoon worth of cumin seeds. So just to review, I did almost a tablespoon of garlic, teaspoon of cumin seeds. Thank you, baby. I'm going to actually do 2 teaspoons of turmeric, maybe a little bit more because that's really yummy. And I'm going to do a full tablespoon of curry powder, actually probably 2 tablespoons of curry powder in just a little bit. But first I'm going to get these mixing in. So with my oil, I now have my cumin seeds, my garlic, and my turmeric. And I'm going to end up adding in just a little bit more oil to get this rolling. And then there is some spice in this curry risotto because we're going to actually end up adding in. Okay, baby, thank you. That's really good work. We're just going to go ahead and move this over here. Um, we're gonna wait until we add that in later. You can play with all this that's on here for now. Lucy, can you wave and say hello to the folks that are watching? Can you say, hey, thanks for tuning in? All right, we're gonna add in a whole 4 ounces of diced jalapeños, and that's gonna make things plenty spicy. Okay, let me show you, baby. Look at all those jalapeños in there. They're very spicy. So we're gonna put that on to add to our saute mixture. Ta-ta. And now is when I am going to add in my curry powder. So what is in the pan thus far? 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, excuse me, I keep saying that. And then I ended up adding in about another tablespoon of avocado oil into the mixture. Then I put about a tablespoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, and now I'm about to add in 2 tablespoons of curry powder, and I'll likely end up adding in even more as I get cooking. And I knew this was going to happen. I'm out of this curry powder, but thank goodness I was prepared and bought more. Lucy sneezed. Hi, Aunt Carla, we love you. Yep, Lucy sneezed right into the vegetables. Good thing we're not hosting anyone for dinner tonight, huh? It's just Nate and Lucy and I, so a little sneeze, a little Lucy boogie in the vegetables is no big deal. All right. Ooh, that smells so good. I love the smell of curry, specifically yellow curry. All right, and now as I'm mixing all this together, some of it's kind of sticking to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to turn the heat down toward medium high, and that is where our white cooking wine comes in. Now you see this? White cooking wine? You want to see it in the pan? We're going to put in about a half cup of cooking wine. Listen. To deglaze the pan, just to get all of the particles that have cooked to the bottom of the pan off with our white cooking wine. And then a lot of risotto recipes call for you to add your rice in before you would put the dry white cooking wine in. But I like to put the white cooking wine in first and deglaze the pan and kind of mix things together, and then add in the rice. So you can play around with what you want to do first. If you want to add the rice in and coat it with oil and then put your dry white cooking wine in, you can play around with what works best for you. You need to see it. You need to see all the rice. Okay, ready? It's going to go in here. So this is a little over a cup's worth of rice, and we're actually going to open another one. And this is the one that Lucy took a knife to before, so I want to make sure it's not going to spill everywhere. I think we're okay. Lucy, we got to do our operation again where Mom gets a scissor out. Can you step over? We have to do a little dance when we have to get into this drawer. There you go, legs. Mama safely grabs the scissors, and we open this one up. Cut a little corner off there, put the scissors up there. And I'm going to put in maybe another 3/4 to a full cup. So I have a total of a little over 2 cups of rice now in my mixture. And I'm going to stir this in just to cover it with the curry sauce and the oil and all the spices and the jalapenos. Is Ellie in the paper towel? What is Ellie doing in the paper towel, Lucy? Oh, she's sleeping in there? She's taking a little nap? Tell her we have to focus. We have to focus because we have to finish dinner. All right, friends, let's review what we have put into our pan so far. And while we do that, before we do that, actually, I'm going to take out a little measuring cup and I'm going to start to add in our concoction of vegetable broth and coconut milk, just so that all of the rice can start to soak that up. All right, so let's review what we have going on. What we did in advance for prep work, we had 2 cups of vegetable broth and a can of coconut milk simmering in our saucepan. I brought it to a boil and then took it down to low heat to simmer. And then we had prepped, I had to put all the vegetables and things over here. We had prepped all of our veggies in advance. So in here we have diced sweet potato, broccoli, cauliflower, green peas, and sliced up tempeh. Tempeh, which is a plant-based protein. It's a combination of a few different grains. So we have that ready to go. And then it was time to start cooking. And so what we put into our pan, 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, and then I added in 1 4-ounce can of diced jalapeños. So this is going to make our curry risotto spicy. Jared Lupian, if you're watching this one is a spicy one, my friend. Or you could just leave out the jalapeños and it wouldn't be that spicy. So after we had the jalapeños, the cumin seeds, the turmeric, and the garlic sauteing in our olive oil, we added in 2 tablespoons of yellow curry powder. And then as things were getting hot and starting to cook to the bottom of the pan, we deglazed our pan with about a 1/2 cup of dry white cooking wine. And then I added in the rice, and we added in a little over 2 cups of rice. And now what I'm doing is I'm just continuously adding our mixture of coconut milk and vegetable broth so that the rice will start to really soak that up. And how I'm timing that out, as soon as the rice soaks up all of the liquid mixture, then I add in more of the liquid mixture. And as soon as I've added in just a little bit more liquid, I'm going to add in all of my vegetables, and then I'm going to cover it to cook for a while. But for now, I'm going to keep stirring and adding things in. And now is actually a really good time for me to add some more curry powder, so I'm going to do that. Okay, oh, I had already gotten it out. I was ahead of myself. So I'm actually going to add in a full additional 2 tablespoons of curry powder because we really like the flavor of curry powder. And this particular curry powder isn't super strong in flavor. So that's now a total of 4 tablespoons of curry powder in here. And I think that's going to be right with the amount of vegetables that we're working with. So there we go. And just so you all know what Lucy's doing, Lucy's hard at work as well. She's gotten a paper towel out and she's currently doing some irrigation here, spitting some water out and then corralling it with the paper towel so as to move the green peas around the counter. It's really some feats of aquatic engineering over here are happening. So Lucy's hard at work while we're making our sweet potato curry risotto. I like risottos, and I think I especially like them as it starts to get toward fall because they're just so creamy and yummy. And with this particular one, I'm not even going to add any butter, be it plant-based butter or otherwise, because the coconut milk that I added really gives it a nice creaminess. So I don't even need to add additional butter or anything. I mean, you could add in some butter at the end if you wanted to. How's your project going, Lucy? Good. So one of the ways that I have grown since becoming a mother is when I would cook before, I'm a clean as you cook type of a person. But you know, when you have a toddler who likes to play and experiment, the whole clean while you cooking thing, I mean, I can do that to a certain extent, but you have to make peace with peas all over the counter. So I've learned how to make peace with peas everywhere. And it works out, doesn't it, Lucy? Now we're going to add in our vegetables, friends. I'm going to add in just a little bit at a time because we got a lot going on here. Diced sweet potato. Oh, I forgot to tell you that we had diced orange bell pepper as well. So we have diced orange bell pepper. We have diced sweet potato. We have broccoli. We have cauliflower. We have green peas. And we have tempeh. All rocking and rolling in here. A lot of vegetable goodness, friends. All right, and everything is going to cook down really nicely. I'm going to add in the last little bit of my liquid mixture by just dumping the rest in. And then I'm going to stir this all around. I'm going to turn my burner off there. This pan I have still on a medium-high heat. After I get everything mixed around a little bit more, I'm going to turn the heat down toward medium-low, and I'm going to let everything cook for a while. All right, let's get all that mixed in. And you'll notice I haven't added any salt yet. I'm going to wait until it's ready to serve, and then I'm going to let each person, Nate, myself, and Lucy, add salt to our desired taste. So you could always add some salt in. If you were going to add salt in, I would recommend starting with about a teaspoon that you would add in, and then letting folks salt to taste once your risotto was all done cooking. And if you're going to add in butter at the end, then you could add in probably a tablespoon or two of butter just to give it some extra creaminess if you really wanted to do that. Okay, I think we've got everything mixed in quite nicely here. What I am going to do, just because I can tell that it's a little low on liquid, I am going to add in just a little bit more vegetable broth, just a smidge, so that there's plenty for the rice to soak up. What's Ellie doing now, Lucy? Is she playing? Okay, let's cover this. We'll turn our heat down to medium-low. We're going to cover this, and I'm going to let it simmer for probably 10 to 15 minutes, and then it'll be ready to go. Okay, let's do our post interview here, Lucy. Come on over. Say hey, everybody.
Hello, buddy.
Say happy Monday. Do you want to see Ellie wrapped in? Is that a little blanket for Ellie? Little paper towel blanket. Oh, yeah. Thanks for helping me cook, Lucy.
It's all done.
I know, it's pretty much all done. We're going to let it simmer a little bit. Do you want to tell everybody bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great evening and have a great start to the week. I will be posting later about the sweet potato curry risotto recipe, so you'll have that with ingredients and instructions later on. We'll let you know how it is. Bye-bye. See you later.